Ever pondered how we can foretell certain future events? Like, how can we predict the height of a grown-up plant from a tiny seedling? Or how can we tell how well a person might do in a foot race based on their training routine? Well, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of regression analysis. Now, don't let that big scientific word scare you. Regression analysis is just a fancy way of saying we're looking at how certain things are connected, and how we can use that connection to make educated guesses about the future. Think of it like this. Imagine you're standing at one end of a seesaw, and your friend is standing at the other end. The seesaw is the relationship between two things. Let's call them variables. Now, if your friend, who is much heavier than you, jumps on the seesaw, you'll go flying up into the air. That's because the weight of your friend is impacting how high you go on the seesaw. In regression analysis, we're looking at similar relationships, but instead of seesaws and friends, we're dealing with numbers and data. So how does this all relate to a dream? Well, take our friend C, for instance. C has a big dream of becoming a doctor. Now, becoming a doctor isn't just about wanting to be one. There are a lot of steps along the way. These steps are like the variables in our seesaw example. They include things like studying hard, doing well in school, and getting into a good medical school. With regression analysis, we can look at how each of these steps, or variables, impacts C's dream. For instance, we could look at how studying hard might improve C's grades, which could lead to getting into a good medical school, which could then lead to becoming a doctor. By understanding the relationship between these variables, we can predict how likely it is that C will achieve their dream. So, in summary, regression analysis is a tool that allows us to explore the relationships between different variables and make predictions about future outcomes. It's like having a crystal ball that can help us see into the future, but instead of magic, we're using math. And for our friend C, it's a tool that can help them understand the steps they need to take to achieve their dream of becoming a doctor. It's a map that can guide them on their journey, showing them how each step they take brings them one step closer to their dream. So the next time you wonder how we can predict the future, remember regression analysis. It might sound complicated, but it's really just a way of understanding the world around us and helping us make our dreams come true.